I just got my Galaga arcade machine working again! Hallelujah! So as you may recall last time, I bought this Galaga machine that had quite a bit of water damage, but was actually working fine when I bought it. That is, of course, until the power supply went and fucklerated itself. So I bought myself some new capacitors and diodes for this thing, but in the meantime, I actually thought to myself, you know what, let's try something else just to see what it's like. And decided to try out a new modern power supply inside this machine. This is a modern switching style power supply, the kind of power supply you'd find in basically every arcade game from like the mid-80s to like the early 2000s, with an adapter board attached to it so that you can plug it in to the original wiring harness of the Galaga machine. It's definitely new, shiny, and should be reliable over the long term, but I'm not quite 100% sure if I'm going to go with this. There's a few drawbacks. For one thing, while I am able to connect it to the original connector for the output, there is no such connector for the input because this doesn't run at 120 volts. It only runs at like 14 volts AC or something weird like that coming out of the transformer. So for right now, I have to have it powered directly from the mains. The unit came with these cables right here for me to basically crimp it into the existing wires over here, which I could do, but I'm personally not really a fan of that idea. I want something to look a little more seamless and less intrusive on the original wiring harness. There's also a fair amount of hum coming from the speakers, which I've heard can happen as a result of these modern power supply adapters, but I'm not sure if that's actually the adapter or if that's just the way the cabinet is. I didn't really hear it when I had the original power supply in, but of course that wasn't really there for that long, and I guess I wasn't really looking for it, so I guess I'll just have to see. So basically my plan now is to get this old power supply repaired and basically do a side-by-side comparison to see which one I like better. Once I've got the power supply situation sorted, I can move on to the monitor, which has its own share of problems. So yeah, this is gonna be a little more of a slow and steady kind of project, but I'm feeling pretty good about it overall, and I hope you guys are excited for it too. We are just getting started, guys. Stay tuned for more. Wah!